America, how y'all doing today? Want to talk to you guys about something that I really feel is lacking in the fitness and fitness and health, wellness, nutrition industry, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure all of you guys have heard the 80-20 rule, right? 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. Well, first off, if you're exercising correctly and doing the proper types of exercises, I think that number shifts from like 65-35 or 60-30. And the reason being is because I've had people that actually haven't changed their diets and they have exercised a specific way and still gained results. Obviously not as fast. I would never recommend that people neglect nutrition. But if you're exercising properly, you know, that number is bigger on the exercise side. So what they don't tell you though is maybe it's 80-20, maybe it's 60 or 70-30. It's 100% mental. It is 100% in your mind. Our perceptions define our reality. 100% of the reality that you're in right now is in your head. And so many people self-sabotage 70 to 80% of the way to their goal. They fall off, they start eating like shit, and it's because they haven't really fixed what's internal. And if you don't fix what's internal, your body is continue to show up in a fucked off manner like it always has. If you aren't committed to internal growth, the same shit is going to continue to show up in your life no matter how much you do or how talented you are. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is visualization. Now, I'm not going to go into the whole visualization process that I bring my clients to, but this is crazy. And so I read a book once about a guy who did a couple years in prison. He was an amateur golfer, and every day in prison he would play 9 holes in his room, laying on his bed, and he'd close his eyes. And I mean, he would visualize, you know, the wind and the sounds of the golf course and the way that the fresh grass smelled. I mean, everything. He would put himself in that position, to setting up his ball on the tee, to pulling the club out of the bag, everything, to his stance, to setting up. And, you know, it would take him just as much time to play it in his head as it did to actually do it physically. And what this did is he continued to play, but when you're doing it in your mind, you can do everything correct, right? You can visualize how to do this exactly correct and exactly how you want to do. So when the guy got out, he improved his game by like 6 or 7 strokes. That's remarkable, without even touching a golf club in 2 years. So that is the power of the mind. When we do things mentally and we visually practice these things, they become much easier to do when you actually physically do them. It's like we've already done them. Our mind is prepared. And so it's like the 4-minute mile. I think I've explained this to you guys before. It was considered impossible. The 4-minute mile was considered an impossible feat. Humans just couldn't move that fast. Well, when one person did it, a bunch of other people started to do it. Why? Because those other people looked and they're like, holy shit, it's possible. That's an actual reality. That can be done. And once the mind sees it as a possibility, the body follows along. It becomes easy. If you do CrossFit and you're training for a competition and you're not implementing visual exercises into your regimen, you are not doing everything that you can be doing. So the mind is the most important. 65% nutrition, 35% exercise, 100% mental. You fail to fix the mental game, you will not achieve your goals. This is Tyson James Lee, and I'm just about that action, boss.